What is the best vlogging camera for YouTube? There are a lot of options. I've studied what some of the biggest vloggers use, and I've started a vlog myself, and I'll tell you what I love the most. So we're going to dive into the camera that I use the most, that's the most convenient, and what I recommend that you use most of the time. But we're also going to cover several different cameras and when and where you might want to use those. So believe it or not, I'm actually going to recommend that you start with your phone. It doesn't matter what version you have, because even the old versions have great HD cameras. The newer cameras gives you more lenses, so it gives you a little bit more flexibility. The greatest advantage is the ease of use, and you already have it with you. So you can just pull it out and film anything you want. You don't have to set anything up. You don't have to remember to carry it or carry it in your bag. This is something that's already with you. It's already in your shirt or your pocket or your purse. Now, how I do it is I actually have, this is called a monopod, and I've got a little adapter here. It clicks right in, just like all my cameras do. So it locks into place, but this stretches. So I can just take my camera and be careful not to hold down the power button or the volume buttons, but I've got it right like this. I can turn on the camera, and this is great. Now, it's lightweight for my phone. If I were to put a DSLR camera on here, a monopod can't hold it up. But a monopod works just fine to hold up my phone, especially if I'm going to lean it against something, so even if the wind blows, it doesn't go anywhere. And then, because I do have multiple lenses, I can really change the level of zoom, right? And I can get all different types of shots. I can put it in selfie mode, and it's still even up to 4K on this phone, which is amazing. And I don't have to worry about any settings. The iPhone is perfect for ease of use. It makes me look great. And when I'm out and about filming things, I want to focus on the project or the adventure that I'm doing. I don't want to have to pay too much attention to the camera. Now, when I want something to be high quality, I love using a DSLR camera, and the Canon lineup, the Canon 90D is amazing. It's a very affordable body of a camera. I usually use a different lens. When I'm vlogging, I use a 24mm lens. That's what we're filming on right now. So I'm actually pretty close to the camera. So it's a great vlogging camera, because if I'm doing selfie style, then I can be really close to the camera but still have a wide shot. If you know Casey Neistat, he's a legend. He created a style of vlogging that hundreds and even thousands of other vloggers now copy and imitate what he did. This is his camera. This is his setup. It has the touch screen, flip screen, and he vlogs this way. And when I say high quality, I'm talking about being able to blur the background. A DSLR camera was built for portrait photography or making the subject look amazing. So if you want to have that type of control and be able to make yourself look amazing, blur the background so you really stand out from the shot, this is a great camera to have. Now, because I mentioned Casey Neistat, I know what he uses now. He actually changed. Sony came out with a point and shoot camera, so it's just a little pocket-sized camera that has a lens that will extend out. I have one of those in Utah, I just don't have it here with me in Florida. The advantage of that camera is it's small. It will fit in the pocket, and it has a focal length that goes from 24 to 200. So if you're out and about, you want to do selfie style, it has a flip screen on it. You have all the controls like I do on my DSLR camera. I think this one's mirrorless. So I can still blur the background to a degree. It's not quite as wide an aperture of the lenses that I like, but it's a very high quality shot. And if I want to zoom in on something far away, I can go to a 200mm focal length. Let's talk about GoPros. Most of my GoPros are in Utah, but I've got a fun one here. This is a GoPro 360, and if you can be creative, this is such a fun camera to vlog with, because you can just hold it and you don't have to worry about aiming it where it goes. Notice there's cameras on both sides, and there's various different forms of this. There's the Insta360, which I've heard great things about. So this literally films in 360 degrees. So I can just set it up and know that I'm in the shot. And if I walk over there and do something else, it's still filming me. If I go over there, it's still filming me, but it does take time in post. You've got to go into the GoPro software and track it and set different points and times of how you want to film that, because you get to control the output. Now, I'm not talking about using this for the viewing experience where somebody can go in and on their phone, they can control where they're looking. That doesn't make sense at all. When we create videos, we choose what they're seeing. We're telling the story, and we're choosing what we want to show them. But as a filming tool, being able to film everything and then go in later and show it, it can actually be a really cool effect. Here's some examples of times when I have filmed using the GoPro 360. And of course, there's all different shapes and sizes of GoPros. The small ones are so amazing. You've got to come prepared with batteries, but they're really versatile. They're waterproof. So for the different types of shots, if you want multiple different angles, you can just set up multiple cameras and it will film everything. The more cameras that you use though, the more SD cards that you have, and you've got to keep track and put all those files together and know how to edit that together. Now I know what you're thinking. You want me to talk about drones. Now drones are so much fun. And when you get into vlogging, you think, all right, I got to get a drone. Well, hold your horses there. Know that it is not required. And I want you to have a plan. Like, think about how often am I actually going to use the drone. There are a lot of vlogs that use it correctly, but there's a lot that just have way too much drone footage in there, and those vlogs don't succeed very well. So study the vloggers that you love and pay attention to how often they use the drone, and would their episode be okay if it didn't have that drone footage? Because you might have a 15-minute episode and it's got 20 seconds of drone footage, and that's a big expense if only 20 seconds of your video is going to have that footage. Now that you understand the gear that's going to help you vlog, I want to teach you how to make money. So my next episode is how to start a vlog and make money.